I think Parker just fixed the game of basketball.
Isn't that
you think Sam Hinkie revolutionized it with the process? Here comes Parker Wolf and his 4 7-footers. This is All Sports All the Time, episode 1.
All Sports All the Time.
106.
Plus 4.
Okay, so Parker and Luke, apparently during this episode, are just going to be referencing Loki, because how many episodes are out so far?
3.
Out of, how many are there going to be?
We're actually not sure.
I
Let's
don't
look
know.
it up.
Maybe
Unknown.
7.
Okay, well,
How many Loki episodes will there be?
3 of the show Loki episodes are out, and they won't
That's
stop talking
dope.
about it, so I'm worried they're going to be bringing it up quite a lot in this episode.
Well, it's such a good show.
And
We should all watch it.
We are 30 seconds in, and it's already infiltrated.
You should turn this off and go watch it.
No.
Just kidding, don't do that.
That's a terrible idea.
But finish watching this and then go watch that.
Well, I had an intro topic planned, and then you guys kind of hijacked it, so...
just like how Loki
you know,
and Sylvie hijacked the plane, or hijacked the train.
Well, they didn't really hijack it. They just snuck on
They just
it.
snuck on, yeah.
Yeah. You guys were not
But they stole
subtle,
tickets from little
and
kids.
You did not sneak on.
That's
you guys
From little kids who got
very
crushed by a
aggressive.
planet.
And
Yeah. Just because you're rich doesn't mean that you should get on the train first. It was kind of unfair.
Yeah. They let little kids and children get
Yeah.
struck by a planet.
It was
in
like the Titanic. That's sad. Anyway, lots of people died. Basically, the planet crashed into
Yeah.
a moon. So
And they all died.
yeah. But Loki somehow is not going to die. We don't know though. How? Just keep going. What's next? Did you understand any of that?
No, not really.
Awesome!
But if you watch the 3rd episode, you will understand.
Oh, great. That's
you
so
should watch-
motivating.
So you should watch
So
it.
I can understand why a bunch of fake people died when a...
They're not
Real-
fake.
they're
They
real
are
crashes
real
into a
living
safe matter.
people. I don't want to hear your sass.
Too late. Anyway, now I have no transition at all into this intro topic that was just going to be kind of a cold open. It didn't really...
Now it's a really cold open.
It's
Like-
yeah, it's a frozen
It's
open
like
now.
in Antarctica.
Oh, you know,
open.
Loki.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm going to stop
Loki
you right
was a
there.
frost
He
giant.
was frozen.
I drove yesterday
Mhm.
with a flat tire for the first time.
What?
Yep.
Well, you're not supposed
You're
to.
not supposed to drive with a flat tire. That's because when I pulled out of the driveway, I did not know I had a flat tire.
What?
Yesterday I drove with an expired inspection label.
Whoa, way worse.
wait, I want to hear
Way
Owen's
worse.
story first.
Well, okay, so technically it was the second time I have had a flat tire. The first time I had a flat tire was
how does
biking.
You need new tires.
Hold on. It was biking
Oh.
with my cousins about 5 years ago. We were doing this woods trail, and one of my older cousins advised me to let some air out of my tires so that I wouldn't bounce so much, because it was pretty rough terrain. And in doing so,
You left
we
all
let
the air
out
in your tires.
90% of the air in my tires. So I rode through the whole trail with a flat tire that time. This
Wow.
time, it was in my car.
Oh no.
In
Luckily,
Moscow.
the place I was driving to was only 5 minutes away, so I made it there. If I was driving probably anywhere farther, I would not have made it successfully.
Oh, so what, did you feel it when you were driving?
Yeah, I pulled it. So I was pulling up to my driveway. There's a bunch of traffic on our street. So when I'm turning left, there's traffic going both ways that I have to make sure are clear. Whereas when I'm turning right, I just need to worry about the one lane. So I pull up, and normally I have to sit there for a couple minutes until the traffic lights on both ends are red so that it's clear. And there were no cars, so I'm pumped. I'm like, all right, sweet. I just get to pull out. I turn left, and immediately on my left side, I just hear whoa, 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 whoa. And it is so loud. The steering wheel is like pulling a little bit to the left, and I was like, oh no, this.
Whoa!
That's what it was.
Wait, so why didn't you
I was like,
immediately get to the side of the
This
road?
can't be good because I knew I was. It was literally 3 to 5 minutes away from where I was going. So I was like, I could probably get there. I knew there was something wrong with the left tire or wheel. I didn't know exactly what, so I called my dad very quickly, and he was like, "Yeah, it's probably flat."
Oh
It's
no.
like, okay, great.
Parker, do you remember the time we were going up to Round Top and we saw the van on the side of the road?
Oh,
It had
yeah.
like 3 broken windows, and the
Oh,
one
jeez.
tire was like ripped, and it was like slapping around the car. It looked like it was about to fly off.
That,
Oh my
I remember
God.
that. That was insane.
I think that's a little worse than Owen's.
Well, that's the fear of when you get a flat tire. If you drive too long on it, eventually it like presses directly against the wheel,
Yeah,
and it literally like cuts
through.
it.
Yeah.
So luckily that didn't happen. I'll show you guys my tire later, though. You can see like where it was rubbing against it. So I got there, and I was still on the phone with my dad, and so he explained to me that you have to jack up the car so that because if you leave it there,
Yeah.
eventually all the air will go out, and it's just going to cut through just from the
Yeah.
weight of the car on it. So I learned how to jack up the side of the car. That was fun over the phone because I didn't have Wi-Fi, so it was just no FaceTime. He had to explain it. But I got it up, and then later he came over and found out that there was a large screw inside the wheel. So I don't know
Wow.
if it was there for a while, and it just like was slowly letting air out, or if I like ran over it, literally leaving the driveway. I don't know, but yeah,
Wow.
we patched it up, and it's
We noticed
fine now.
that there was some weird spray paint in your driveway. What's all that about?
Is that a
Oh,
pickleball
that is-
court?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
it
what I
doesn't have
thought.
a
Yeah.
net. My grandma has been very into pickleball for the
Oh,
last
yeah.
like
Those
2
were
weeks.
very straight lines. I was
She
kind of
bought-
impressed.
Yeah, we measured them. We put nails
Wow.
in. We strung
Because-
out string, and then we spray painted
Impressive.
on the.
I could tell it was
Line.
pickleball because of the kitchen.
Yep.
Yep, the kitchen.
There's no.
I love
net,
the kitchen
but,
because
you
there's
know.
food in the kitchen.
The kitchen is.
If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. But we also
I
my
work in a kitchen.
my dad. You do.
I do.
Yeah. Although in pickleball you don't want to be in the kitchen.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So Pickle Boy was in the kitchen, but in Pickleball
Ball.
you don't want to be in the kitchen.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can go enter the
Well.
kitchen, but the ball has to bounce.
Yeah,
first.
yeah, yeah. So most of the time you're not. But yeah, my dad has a very steady hand in spray painting from his time in construction.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's very good at being able to spray paint in straight lines. But yeah, we still need a net. That's kind of an important part of pickleball.
I have a very steady
But-
hand in spray painting as well. My time in illegal graffiti. Yeah, I was really good at that.
You
back
know the
in day.
mural in Morristown
it's a good thing you
Elementary
got
School?
out of that because that
Yeah.
was
You know that
it was a
mural?
dark time. But yeah, we should
Crackers.
play. That's a video. We should play pickleball sometime in our driveway once we set up a net of some sort.
Oh yeah,
It is-
You know I'm really good at pickleball, right?
Yes. Basically, if you're good at tennis, you're good at pickleball.
My grandma's in a
but I know
pickleball
you've
league.
also played it. Yeah, pickleball's an interesting sport because it's like an easier version of tennis, basically.
And it's kind of like you're standing on a ping pong team.
It's like an
Kind
old,
of.
It's like an old
Yeah.
person version of tennis.
Pretty much, which
Old
is
people played tennis. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
it makes it interesting because it's very popular with old people, and then it kind of skips like
Yeah.
40 years,
If you
and
ever-
is very popular
Yeah.
with young people.
Yeah. If you go to the Nook and like in the members area, there are some really old, like really try hard old people that play pickleball.
Yeah.
Like
and
those people are intense.
Are
man.
they doing like the tennis screams on the serve? Ha! Ha!
I don't know, but they're
That'd be
intense.
hilarious. There's like
I-
a 96-year-old out there like grunting as he smacks one across the net to Larry.
I
feel
like
like that'd be an old
religiously
man.
watch the pickleball championships every year, and those guys are insane. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's more about they have so much power, but it's like precision too. Like they hit it into like the corner
Yeah.
with spin on it to make it go.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because it's so small. It's like when you watch professional. I don't do this often, but whenever you see clips of like professional ping pong players, and it's just ridiculously fast.
yeah,
and
it's
so
like
much
that.
spin.
Well, especially when it
it's,
gets
like,
into
perfectly-
a smacking match.
Yeah.
When people
Their
like
hand-eye
us,
coordination to hit
when
it,
people
bang,
like
bang.
us play like
Yeah.
tennis or wiffle ball and stuff like that, it's all super like offensive. Like try and get the point, hit the ball hard. When they play, it's super defensive. Like
Yeah.
they're trying to make smart plays. Like it's
They're thinking multiple
Yeah.
hits ahead, like
Yeah.
placing
Same with
it here
cornhole.
so I can set
Same
it
with
up here.
cornhole. Like we just try and get it in the hole. All they do is
Oh,
try
yeah.
and position their bags in
Yeah.
just the right spot, and it's crazy how they can put.
Yeah.
They could put the bag in the hole every time if they wanted
But
to,
that-
but they don't because
yeah.
that's not the smart thing to do. Like,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not. They could do that.
they just play defense, and it's crazy. It's so fun to watch.
We need to do a summer yard games episode. Pickleball, spike ball,
Oh, that would be fun.
cornhole.
Yeah,
Badminton,
ladder
Badminton.
golf.
volleyball.
What's ladder golf?
Have you ever played ladder golf?
Yeah, I played ladder.
What's ladder golf?
It's
It-
so you know you probably have played it. it's like you
There's
got the
like
3 bars, and then you throw like it's like
a
the
ball with
2 golf balls
Oh,
with
oh.
a string in between.
I think that's just called ladder ball.
it's called ladder golf.
No, I'm pretty sure that's ladder ball.
I was always told it was called ladder golf.
How is it in any way like golf? You're
I don't know.
tossing 2 strings.
ladder.
Outdoor ladder.
Ladder
ball.
So it's both ladder.
That
golf.
one says ladder golf. Okay. Huh. Weird.
Ladder
Why
golf,
is it,
I guess, is like a brand name.
Why is it ladder golf? It has nothing to do
Ladder
with golf.
toss, also known as ladder ball, monkey ball, ladder golf, ball, rope,
I prefer
goofy ball,
balls.
goofy balls, testicle toss, cowboy golf,
hillbilly golf.
and other names.
That's a weird
Okay.
It's a long game played by throwing 2 balls connected by a string
Okay,
onto
so-
a ladder.
So maybe we were both right.
Wow.
Plus some other interesting names.
Weird. It can be wooden? I don't know. I guess the strings wouldn't be wooden. That
Can
would
I
make
search
sense.
something up real quick?
Wow. Do not
No.
search testicle toss. Do not Google that.
Now I
You can
wanna
do that
Google
on
it.
your phone.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh my word. Ball rope is the least creative name ever. I mean, it's just 2 balls and a rope. What do we call it? Ball rope. And then there was the other guy who was like, "No, let's call it goofy balls."
And then there was the weird guy that sits in the
And
corner
then-
and never talks and just says testicle toss.
And then someone was like, "Write that down."
It
I
says it is a alliteration.
Yeah, none of the rest of these have that. I do like hillbilly golf. I feel like that one would get a bit out of hand, but
We could play.
hillbilly golf, great name.
We could play some ping pong.
Frisbee golf.
It could
Oh,
be.
that's a good.
I've got my own
Frisbee
frisbee
golf is
clubs.
underrated.
Or, they're not clubs. They're
Discs.
No,
discs.
frisbee golf is
Frisbee golf is fun.
overrated. You know why?
What? It's underrated. Frisbee golf is definitely
Okay,
underrated.
if I were to pick one sport that I'm the worst at, it would be.
Oh, that's
it would
why.
Be frisbee and frisbee golf.
Okay, Parker doesn't like it because
Well-
it's the one sport he's not good at.
See, and
I'm
I
pretty
could
good at frisbee golf.
I
Not
could-
gonna lie.
I could mask my terribleness in frisbee by just catching it and like lightly tossing
like
it.
ultimate
Yeah.
frisbee, Parker's insane because he just mosses people.
Yeah,
but he can't throw it.
I can't
Yeah.
throw it at all. So frisbee golf is like my arch nemesis.
I
you know?
love frisbee golf.
because I throw
I went
frisbee
to-
left-handed.
That's another video.
That's
Parker
so
takes
weird.
us golfing and we take him frisbee golfing.
But you know what's fun? We should do
But I
at
golf.
Evergreen. At Evergreen, they have soccer
But
golf.
Parker, you know,
Or
Parker's
like whatever
insane.
that
Yeah,
is.
I know what you mean.
With
yeah.
the big holes and you kick the ball into it. That'd be so fun.
I've never played that.
It's on me either, but I really want
I would
to.
want to do that.
It's golf, but
yeah,
it's with
it's
a
with
soccer. ball.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It'll be a 3-part episode. It
Fris-
won't.
it's
Barely,
all the
it'll
golf.
barely be an episode. Yeah, it's just
Frisbee golf,
all
soccer
the
golf.
types
Let's
of golf.
do it
Golf,
Monday.
golf.
Let's do it Monday.
On Monday. I have plans on Monday and I work.
I have
Are you
work as
sure?
well.
Actually, no. I don't work, but I have plans.
I have work.
Okay, how about
And then I leave for vacation on Tuesday.
How about Friday?
I'm going for a week.
I leave for vacation next week. We're gonna have to start scheduling out our vacation things for episodes and whatnot. How many
Ooh,
types
Parker, I
of
can't wait till it's just me and you for an episode. That'll be a
That'll
fun
be
episode.
that happens
Amazing.
once a year?
Yeah, when you go on vacation.
Yeah. Well, actually, it might happen twice this year because I go on 2 vacations, but the one I think I leave like at a time where we
Yeah.
can record an episode. We'll see. It might happen twice.
But
How many golfs are
last
there?
year when we had to do it, it was like COVID and we did it over Zoom.
Yeah,
So this year we get to
this
be in
year's gonna
person.
be
This is
really
fun.
Yeah, I believe the last time.
We're just gonna
Parker, we
hack
have to
into Owen's
plan.
house.
We have to plan for this episode.
I watched The
boy.
Matrix last
It's just
night.
gonna be.
Ooh, that's a good movie.
It is good.
Oh, you've seen The Matrix?
I've seen The Matrix.
Oh, it was
Yes.
so cool. Then
Yes.
you would like Inception then.
Oh, you didn't you explain Inception to me?
It's real. I liked
don't know
Inception
how
better
I
than
feel about
Matrix.
that.
But I thought The Matrix was really good though.
They're
Shall
so
we get on
popular.
with the epi?
Yeah, the epi.
The EpiPen
Okay,
or the episode?
I was just thinking. I think the
So-
last time you and Parker were left to your own devices doing an episode by yourselves, the intro clip
Literally.
featured Luke talking about cabbage leaves
Oh,
and
yes!
baseball players' hats.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And so that happened.
That did.
And then the episode title was just cabbage leaves? question mark, question mark, question mark.
Oh, that's a great title.
So,
Yours truly.
you know, yeah. Well, this week's headlines, a little bit Philadelphia heavy, shocker.
Whoa.
I've
The
got,
Wichita State Shockers
no,
or Thor? The
we're not going to talk
Oh, shocker.
too much
Oh,
about,
Thor. God of
oh my
Shockers.
word, God of shockers. Welcome to Wichita State, Thor.
God of
That would be-
shockers.
That's the mascot.
Moving on.
Just like lands
Owen
in a
distracting us
cornfield.
again.
Yeah, my bad. I'm the one that brought up Thor.
We just mentioned it. You're the one that went totally off topic. and
I thought it would be
started a
hilarious to
new
picture
string.
Thor in Wichita landing in a cornfield. God of
Probably did at one
shocker.
point.
He did almost, although there was no corn. It was just kind of an open
Field.
area. Yeah.
In Mexico.
Yeah.
He almost
Mexico.
landed in a cornfield, except there was no corn.
And it was in New
It was
Mexico.
in New Mexico, yeah.
Almost had it. If
Kinda.
only he were in Wichita. Anyway, so we all know what happened with the Sixers.
No, we
Parker
don't.
said
I refuse to block that out of my memory.
you refused to block it.
No, I already blocked it. I refuse to bring it back.
Okay, well, Parker
Yeah.
said similar thing earlier in the episode. If any of you watching on YouTube are confused as to why Luke's hand has been under the table
No,
this whole
no,
time,
no, we're not gonna.
It's
no,
because
no,
he
no,
keeps-
no, stop. It's
he
for a
keeps-
surprise later. Don't say anything. It's a surprise.
you keep stroking my leg with
No,
it, and it's very
no, that-
annoying.
That sounded really
What?
weird. Why'd you say it like that?
Wait,
I
what
was
is
hitting
happening?
you with it.
What
No,
is
you were
happening?
like scraping it against my shin.
What is
I was
happening?
trying to cut your leg off.
Wait, what?
I'm the one that said
I-
that weirdly.
wait, I don't even know what's happening. What?
Exactly. You'll find out
Apparently, I
eventually.
can't say. I don't.
No, you can't.
Anyway, we all know what happened with the Sixers. They blew one of their best opportunities to make a playoff run. They choked in Game 7 against the Hawks. We have episode 105 was literally just us watching that game, so you guys can go watch that episode
It was
because
a sad episode.
oh, it was yeah, it was bad. But in wake of what has occurred here, I have been reading a book on the process. Because it is one of the more fascinating things that has happened in sports. For us being... What are you guys doing? For us
Making
being
Loki noises.
in the middle of the process, I think we've just kind of taken it a bit for granted. But, like, on... Parker has a Nerf brand
Keep
laser
going. No, you don't need to bring
tag
up
gun
just
that
keep
makes
going.
sound effects, and it's keeps pressing the button that makes the sound effects.
Just keep talking about the process.
And now Luke is making the table squeak. Okay, this is just
Just keep going.
Keep
ooh,
going, please.
power through, baby. The process is one of the more unique things in sports, but I think
Why are you
as
powering through a baby?
Philadelphia fans, we've kind of taken it for granted just
You
because
passed the test.
we've lived through it. But when you take a look at it from the outside, it's really weird. Like, logically, it makes sense, but it's one of the crazier experiments that's happened in sports. So this book has been really fascinating. My first takeaway, I did not realize that in 2012, I think, the Sixers had a roster that included Andre Iguodala, Drew Holiday, Nikola Vucevic, and Lou Williams.
What?
Yeah.
We
all
would
of
have been
them,
set. Wait,
and all
what?
of them were super young.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah.
Who did we trade them for?
We traded
We
away.
could have won a championship.
Yeah, they were all young, and the Sixers were like a mediocre team with all four of those guys. Yeah,
But
I
if
know.
we give them time to develop,
It was crazy.
if we just let them develop.
Yeah. So what they
Wow.
did was they had been stuck at 500 for the last like 6 years, and they were like, okay. Sam Hinkie came in and was like, okay, this isn't working. We're just gonna basically trust the process. We're gonna tank, and then we're gonna build this from the ground up because he didn't want to be like in the middle of the pack the whole time. So he traded Drew Holiday to the Pelicans for
Zion.
a couple of draft picks, and one of those draft picks became Nerlens Noel.
Oh.
That was the main thing they got back was the pick that became Nerlens Noel. That was the
Oh,
crown
that's
jewel
terrible.
of that trade. They kept
Well,
Andre
Philly likes
Iguodala
to-
for a while.
Philly likes to screw up picks and trades. So.
Yes. Yeah.
Any Philly team.
And then he also traded Nikola Vucevic away to get more draft picks. A couple of second rounders, I think. They drafted him like the year before. I don't think he ever actually like played a game for them. He was just on their roster for like a summer. Lou Williams stayed for a little while. I don't know how they got rid of him.
Probably just left.
I guess.
Smart.
And yeah, so that happened.
Man, that's disappointing.
I was fascinated by that. I was also fascinated by the fact that Sam Hinkie, the reason Sam Hinkie got his first like front office job, which was with the Houston Rockets, was because Daryl Morey was the assistant GM at that point. That was how
Oh.
Sam Hinkie got the vice president job, because he and Daryl Morey were good buddies. And so I was like,
see.
whoa! I never realized that the Sixers went full circle with Sam Hinkie started the process, Daryl Morey's now trying to finish it for him.
Yeah.
I'd never realized that. Let's hope Daryl Morey can finish it for him because he's got his work cut out for him this offseason.
What? He needs to get rid of Ben Simmons. If he can get CJ McCollum out of it, I'll be so happy.
I was going to ask this. Are you okay with
No.
the main proposed trade?
No, I'm not okay.
No, okay. The main we've gone from should we trade Ben Simmons for James Harden to should we trade Ben Simmons for CJ McCollum, which is not where you want to be. But I'm not satisfied with trading Ben Simmons for CJ McCollum. I would see that as a loss for the Sixers.
No.
I would rather have Ben Simmons than CJ McCollum.
No.
I said it.
No.
No?
100%
Why?
no. Because Ben Simmons does not fit into the system.
You can't trade Ben Simmons right now. He's at his lowest possible value.
No, he's going to get lower if he keeps playing for the Sixers.
How could he possibly get lower than what just happened in that Hawks series?
He plays the same way.
There's
another
nowhere to
season.
go but up.
No. Every year you get 1 year older.
They've invested so much into Ben's wait. He's 24.
Yeah. And every year he'll get older, so every year he's declining in value.
I think the
Just like a
Sixers
car.
have invested too much.
Ben Simmons is like a car.
What kind of car is Ben Simmons?
A depreciating asset. That's what he
What
is.
kind of car is Ben Simmons?
He's like, if like
If Ben Simmons were a car,
I don't.
he would be a Honda.
I have a Honda.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the most like generic car on earth?
Oh. Ben
A
Simmons.
Kia Soul. He's like a Kia Soul.
No.
No one likes a Kia Soul.
I will
Those
not
things
let-
are ugly.
I
and
will
bad.
not let you do that. Ben Simmons is the exact opposite of generic. Ben Simmons is the weirdest basketball player ever to exist.
False.
He's
That's
the Oscar
Will
Mayer
Chamberlain.
Wiener car.
Oh man, a lemon is considered like the worst type of car.
No. Did you know
I'm pretty sure it's lemons.
that yellow is
He's
the
ugly.
no yellow cars depreciate the least?
Yeah, but no, like lemon is a type of car, not like.
Oh, is it
the
sour?
color. I don't think so. I've never
Good.
tasted them.
I've tasted the exhaust of some
But-
cars and they weren't sour.
What were they? If they weren't sour, please
They were just
elaborate.
gross.
Chimney. That's what they tasted like, chimney.
Okay. So those were two things I found very intriguing from that book, considering
Sir.
when the process began in 2012-2013, we were in, what, third grade?
I was
think.
I was approximately 8 or 9.
I think we were in second or third grade when the process started, and here we are, about to be seniors, and the Sixers still have never made it to an Eastern Conference Finals.
Yay!
Process!
Trust the process. That was like 3 years ago
Yep.
when people said trust the process.
Yeah, so that's the big question
I still
before as we
remember-
wrap up this Sixers talk.
I knew that I was gonna be an amazing sports fan when I knew as soon as the Sixers drafted Jaleel Okafor that it was a mistake.
Really?
Yeah,
You have it on record, you saying,
I do.
10-year-old Parker, like, the Sixers messed this one up, guys.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Oh,
ya.
I knew I hated Jaleel Okafor from the start.
Sounds
What?
like he's like stumbling over his words. That's all I know.
Jaleel Okafor.
It always her first name.
His name is
Jaleel.
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 It's a very hard word to
It's
say.
like Allele, but with a J.
I like Alleel's science.
Nice.
Wow, that was a great
I
tie-in.
don't.
Yeah, Parker clearly did it from the
From the
young
start.
age of 10,
Yeah.
whenever the Sixers drafted him. But, yeah, so basically, as we wrap up this Sixers talk, because we don't want to stay on this too long because it's very painful, do you still trust the process? I do.
No.
I don't specifically trust that this process will result in a championship, but as a general concept, I trust
But it
the
doesn't work
process
anymore.
of team building.
It doesn't
this
work
way.
anymore.
We will
What do
get
you
a
mean?
championship soon.
They
enough.
have the draft lottery now.
They had the draft lottery. The draft lottery started the year before the Sixers process
Yeah.
began.
But you just see there's other teams that are like it's not just the Sixers anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Thunder tanked
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the season. They had
Exactly.
They had a health.
The Thunder are following the process.
No. Here's the thing.
They're
though.
following the exact
Okay.
blueprint. And
Okay, it's
we all
gonna-
think the Thunder are going to do
Yeah.
well, right?
No, but here's what I'm thinking. Like they had Al Horford at the end of the season.
Mhm.
He didn't play the last 23 games of the season. And here's what I'm thinking. They had like they were tied for like the best, or they had like an 11% chance at the 1. They ended up getting the 6.
Yeah.
So, like, yes, it might work, but there's also like, I don't know.
The lottery messes with it.
Yeah, because
Which
if
is
you
what
could
the
just
NBA
tank
wants.
every season, if you
Yeah.
then yeah, you could be really good in like 10 years.
Mm-hmm. But I believe in the philosophy that Sam Hinkie had
But
with
you
the
have to-
process, which is don't stay stuck in the middle. It's okay to be terrible for 3, 4, 5 years
Yeah,
if it yields
but you have to
a
hit on
bunch
your
of
draft
assets.
pick. You have to.
That's
hit on
the
your draft
thing.
pick. And
The Sixers went what?
but
2
you
for,
know that the Thunder and Sam can hit on their draft picks because he's done it in the past.
yeah.
But the Sixers obviously when you draft Okafor.
Luke is watching Marvel on his phone right now, but
Oh, I wanna-
no, Luke. See now you're distracting him.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you guys off.
Your
of this,
point about
but-
the Oklahoma Thunder.
Oh yeah,
Continue.
yeah. They can hit on their draft picks. The Sixers, when you draft guys that get hurt, guys that are terrible, guys over Jason Tatum, guys that will not produce for you, guys that are just terrible NBA players, guys that are big men that are not productive, guys that are busts, it doesn't work out. And that's what we're seeing with the Sixers right now. Well, he's
Luke.
in the NBA, he's good, but
I found out the other day, isn't he supposed to be like our point guard or something?
He is.
Aren't point guards supposed to like score a lot of
yes,
points?
exactly.
Well, no.
Okay.
Technically,
Well, I
the
thought
po-
maybe he was like
the point
I
guard's
don't know,
main
I thought-
job is to facilitate, and Ben Simmons is an elite facilitator.
No.
Ben Simmons is an elite everything
Did you watch
except
the
for a
Sixers-
scorer.
Did you watch the Sixers games?
You're
Maybe-
overreacting to
maybe
one
we should-
series.
Maybe
No.
we should
No,
get
no.
off of this a little bit. I'm sure people have already turned it off by now.
No.
Okay, but here's the,
Intriguing
I'm gonna say-
Oklahoma City Thunder talk? What do you mean?
I would have turned it off about 10 minutes ago.
Okay. I'm just gonna say. One
I
last
trust
final
the
thing.
philosophy of the process, regardless of what team it is.
One
not
final
specifically
thing.
the Sixers.
Okay, Parker, make one more statement and then we're moving on. Oh,
The
you're not
whole,
allowed to talk.
The whole playoffs. This is all Ben Simmons did. Lightly pass the ball to a guy to his right, set a screen for him, and stand. Do nothing else. Didn't go for the rebounds. Didn't do anything. Had like 5 points and did nothing. I could have done that. Owen and Luke probably not because they just would have gotten it stolen. I probably could have done that though. So you heard it here. I'm better than Ben Simmons. Next up.
Okay.
Next topic.
Welp, strong argument, Parker. All right, Luke's forcing us to move on. Aaron Nola tied the record for most
I have
consecutive
something I want to say about
strikeouts.
this.
He struck out 10 Mets in a row. It was insane. He tied Tom Seaver's record.
Let me just say something. I barely saw any news about this. This was pretty big, right? But I've barely seen anything about it. I can guarantee you, if it was someone like Jacob deGrom who did this, it'd be everywhere, all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a no-name from Philadelphia. Well, he's not really a no-name. But it's a guy from Philadelphia who hasn't been great this season.
Yeah.
And so they just tend to ignore it because it doesn't matter because he's not Jacob deGrom. That's one thing I hate about sports is
Sports media.
sports media is they only focus on, like, I understand, like, obviously you're going to focus more on the big names because they're the big names. But, like, if someone does something incredible, why are we not talking about it? Like, for example, you guys...
Welcome to Simone Biles' entire life.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But she's, like, actually.
It is, it's a flaw in sports media
But-
where we tend to
yeah.
laser focus on, like,
Especially,
a few players.
Even if they're mediocre, like LaMelo has a big name in basketball.
He was really good this year, though.
But
But we
Debatable.
took him a bit out of hand.
Yeah,
He was really
exactly.
good. That's not debatable.
Yeah, he was good when he was playing.
Yeah.
Not when he was injured. He wasn't good.
Embiid was
They
really
were
good
still
when he was
blowing him-
playing. Embiid
he
was
got-
injured too.
But he got more views on his finger, like him looking at his
True.
finger.
That was where
Then
we
Anthony
crossed the
Ed-
line.
Then Anthony
Exactly.
Edwards like dunk over somebody.
That was where the line was crossed.
sports
Yeah.
media is flawed. That's all I
Yeah.
have to say.
I do understand the Jacob deGrom hype is warranted though. He's having
He's
like
insane.
the
He's having
best season a pitcher has ever
I
had.
totally agree. He's having an insane season.
But
He's
no
not
one's
the-
ever done this.
He's not the only pitcher that's doing good stuff right now. Aaron Nola just tied the record.
I saw
Why
a
are
guy-
we not mentioning this?
I saw a guy get a strike with a 43-mile-per-hour ball.
Ephus.
I don't know who it was,
Ephus pitch.
but I could do that. So I mean,
Yeah, but you couldn't do it consistently.
but he struck out a guy with a 43-mile-per-hour. That's so smart though. If you throw it in the 30s, they don't have enough power behind their swing to get it over the fence for a home run.
Yeah, but they could also just line it right into your face.
But that would be fine. Because you could just duck really fast like in the
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
and then no, but
Also, it doesn't quite work if you throw 30 every time.
no, but isn't that a strategy?
Because then they start... It's only a strategy because it changes speeds. He probably threw stuff in, like... If he was a position player, he probably threw stuff in, like, the 60s or 70s before.
But if you throw it 20 or 30 miles per hour every time, except
They'll
for
catch on
except for
pretty quickly.
insane power hitters that will be able to get it over the fence, do the hitters have the accuracy to get it where they want to?
Yes, if it's coming in
they're
at
in the
30
MLB
miles an
and
hour.
it's coming in that slowly, they can say, okay, I want to put it here, and they
Yeah.
will turn themselves and swing,
And they will,
so they will put
laser
it
it right at somebody.
there. They will hit a line drive into the left center gap, and
Yeah.
they will get a double off of it.
Like, if it's coming in at 30 miles an hour, that's like a softball lob, basically.
Yeah.
So they'd have time to, like, direct their shoulders and
Yes,
the hips where
can
they
put
want
it where
to.
they want it.
How
Yeah.
about like what's the speed when you can get it over the fence pretty consistently? What's
Like,
speed
where
is-
it doesn't require too much contact?
Yeah,
Or, like
Like, it
the
doesn't
strongest
require-
contact?
yeah, to be perfect.
Well, I mean, the faster the pitch is, the easier
easier it
it's
is.
going to be. I don't know if there's, like, a breaking point. I think it's pretty consistently, like, the faster the pitch is, the less
So what about like
contact
50
you need to
miles
make.
an hour?
50, you'd have to get a pretty good hold
I
of
would
it.
say the speed for consistency is between
Because
like,
it's wooden
is
bats.
from low 80s, high 70s, low
Well,
80s.
even, like, if somebody, like, hangs a curveball at 75,
Well, yeah,
it's
it-
getting clobbered.
it really depends. That's kind of.
I'd say anything above 70
It depends more.
is getting
I feel like it
crushed.
depends more on the batter and their form.
True.
Because
Guys are
if-
stronger than others.
well, and not even because of strength, but you can have a batter who's swinging all arms and not getting it anywhere, and then you can have a batter who's not using a ton of arm strength, but just clearing their hips before the ball gets there, and they can bomb the ball out of the park. Like,
Yeah.
it really just depends on your form. I think.
So if I was a pitcher, I'd throw 50.
Mhm.
I'd just throw 50 every time.
and you're
They'd just
you'd
be
through the
lasering
roof.
the ball all over the field. There
Yeah.
wouldn't be many home runs, but there'd be a ton of doubles and triples.
No, because here's my thinking.
Mhm.
We're gonna revamp the entire outfield.
So you're gonna play a shift.
No. There's gonna be no players at like so say they're
And they'll lay down a bunt.
no.
If
here's-
it's slow enough, they'll just be able to.
no, there'll be a guy at first, second, third, in
Uh-huh.
between first and second, in between second and third. So there'll be 5 guys right there.
5 infielders,
The pitcher, and then you have
2 outfielders.
is that how many
You
guys?
need
Yeah.
9 guys on the field.
You have 5 infielders, a pitcher,
And then
a
3
Catcher.
catcher, and then 2
Oh yeah,
outfielders.
and then 1 outfielder in the left, 1
Left
outfielder
center
in the right.
and
That's-
right center.
no,
and then
they're
they just
just-
crush the ball to
They're
center.
just going to crush it to the outfield.
Okay, so you take away the second baseman. So
Okay.
say
So you're playing regular outfield defense then.
So we just went back to regular baseball.
I didn't know that was regular. Well, I guess I'm
4
smart
infielders,
then.
3 outfielders.
So no. So
No, I think whoever came up with the original defensive alignment is smart. Not you.
no. Say that there's no guys on first, like the bases.
You don't have a first baseman?
How are you going to get somebody out if they do hit a ground ball?
I'm saying
The
that
pitcher runs over
No,
every
I'm
time?
saying on offense, there's no guys on first base. Like the bases, there's nobody on them.
What if you walk somebody?
Well, then you would have to revamp your alignment. But say
My
there's
word.
nobody, so then you would just go 4 outfielders,
Uh-huh.
2
Teams have done
infielders.
this against Mike Trout.
So
You
that's
can
smart.
you can play shifts.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Aren't
not
they-
shifts.
It's
It's
basically
called a
a
shift.
Your entire lineup is like that.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Anytime that
in
you
your lineup,
leave
you can't
the original
list,
alignment, it
you
becomes
can't,
a shift.
Yeah, you can't list a 4th
No,
outfielder
that
in
is
your
the
lineup.
original alignment.
You can't list a 4th
No, you're
outfielder
not-
in your
yeah.
lineup. You can't say I've got a right fielder, center fielder, left center fielder, and left fielder. Like,
But you can say
can't
you
do
have a
that in your
second
lineup.
baseman and then just put him in left
Yeah.
field
Well,
the whole time.
You know what I was
I
thinking?
mean right field.
If-
Why would you put a second base? I guess
It depends.
Why would you not put the shortstop?
I
in
figured I would rather put the second baseman in right because
He's
I don't
closer.
know.
If we
Yeah.
if we have a relief pitcher alternate pitches with our starting pitcher, that'll throw.
you're not
off-
allowed to
can't
switch a
switch-
pitcher back
yeah.
into a game once
Once he's out.
they're out.
That's not okay. So we just load up on pitchers and we have a different.
You
pitcher
only have
pitch
25
every
roster
pitch.
spots.
See, this is why baseball's so boring. You
Basketball
can't make
has
it
a limited
fun.
roster spots too, and
there's only-
football. This is not an uncommon thing.
No, this is why it's not fun.
Parker's trying to revolutionize baseball, and he just keeps
No,
running
Parker,
into rules.
What would you say if I went up and said, I think we're gonna draft a team of five or however many spots, and I think we're just gonna draft all big guys. We'll get 5 centers on the team.
and we'll just rotate them.
Well,
Yeah.
I've thought about this. What if you just draft 5 just ginormous guys like Taco Fall, have them link arms in a circle,
I could just.
They'll just fill the paint.
no, and then you have Curry in the middle of them. It gives
Wait,
Curry-
what? Curry can't see what's going on around him.
But it'll be no. He'll have just a pocket of space, and he barely needs any space to get a shot up. So, and then on defense, obviously,
How does he get inside the circle without a defender following
Because
him?
under their legs.
No,
They set like a double screen,
No, no.
like a door closing on the defender.
yeah, no, an elevator screen.
What?
Yeah, so
Oh,
like,
that's a thing? An
yeah,
elevator screen where
yes.
two... Okay, okay,
You let him through, and then you shut it. Yeah, it's like an elevator.
okay.
So, and they get him in
So
there.
your theory is you get 4 7-footers and a shooter.
Yes.
And your team would be elite.
yeah.
Actually, I'm down with that.
But then wouldn't teams just like double or triple team Steph and just let the 4 guys stand in the paint? And then when it would work on offense.
And then Steph passes to them.
It would work on offense, but then when you're on defense, the same thing would happen to your defense as what happened to Rudy Gobert against the Clippers.
No.
They can't guard the other team.
No. So you just put Curry on the shooter, whoever it is.
Yeah, but what if the other team has 3 shooters?
You gotta leave him open. But
And then you get crushed.
I'll take Curry versus any other shooters all day.
What if you're playing a team like what happened with the Jazz against the Clippers is Rudy Gobert ended up being put on Terrence Mann and couldn't guard him. Terrence Mann lit them up.
No,
that's
what
what
I'm
other
saying.
teams would be doing to you
But that's not
if you
true.
had 4 big men.
Okay, so you would put the 4 big men. You put them kind of like 1 foot in the paint, all of them. So
Then the other team just rains threes on you.
exactly. But I'd take Curry shooting
What?
threes. I'd take Curry shooting threes over any other shooter.
Any other shooter, what?
If you
You're-
link arms, give Curry just even a tiny bit of space because you're surrounding him. The only way to break into that is if you foul him. I'd take Curry shooting threes every possession over other shooters shooting threes every
I
possession.
think Parker just fixed the game of basketball.
Isn't that
you
the
think
smartest
Sam
thing ever?
Hinkie revolutionized it with the process? Here comes Parker Wolf and his 4 7-footers.
You know what I think?
And also you have to get Steph Curry on your team somehow.
Yeah.
How are you planning on doing that?
Well, I'm the Boston GM, remember?
Uh-huh.
So I told you last time I was gonna get Curry. I already have Taco Fall.
Okay.
You know what I would think would be so fun? I've seen this online a few times. It's people basically, whether it's baseball or basketball or whatever, people getting just friends putting together a team and just joining tournaments because you don't need to have
Yeah,
you don't
A&U
need to,
tournaments.
Yeah, you
I've
don't
s-
need to have an organized
Yeah.
program to join a tournament. All you have to do is have the money.
Yeah.
And you could do it. I think that'd be so much fun. How fun would that be?
Yeah.
You would get crushed. You'd suck so
If we
bad.
had Parker
I mean,
on our
unless you
team-
obviously put together
No,
a good
we would
team.
get smoked.
If we
No,
had
I
Parker
said
on
unless
our
you got
team
to put together a good team.
Yeah.
and we got 4 7-footers, I think
Yeah,
we'd be fine.
Parker and 4 7-footers.
Hit me up, 7-footers.
Just entering.
You literally don't need
a
any
new
skill
tournament.
except walking and linking arms.
Well, what if they can't walk?
What?
What if they don't have legs and they're still
And they're
7
still
foot?
7 foot.
Well, also, if they... It's a long torso. Oh, my
It's
word.
Parker
So-
can be the GM and I'll be the owner. We've already got this covered.
You gotta realize that
And I
this would be
want-
unstoppable.
I want to be in charge of the team that gets to play you guys. I will just get... I'll play small ball on you. I'll get 5 shooters, and we will light you up.
No, you
With
won't.
a barrage of wide-open threes.
And you realize
We'll take some goaltending fouls. We don't mind.
because think about it. Linking arms, it creates a pocket for
Are you
Curry
allowed
shoot.
to link arms in
Yes.
basketball?
Yes.
Whoever said you couldn't?
I mean, Parker
That's
has
a-
been making
That's a
some...
model. No.
pretty
That's
outlandish
actually
things.
a model for teaching how to set a screen and roll.
Oh, I've never seen anyone link arms in an NBA game.
He deletes the rest of the headlines.
I know. This took so long. We went from Aaron Nola tying the strikeout record to Luke complaining about Jacob deGrom being covered too much, even though he's having the greatest season a pitcher
I
has
didn't
ever
say
had.
Jacob deGrom was being covered
to
too much. I'm saying other
LaMelo
pitchers aren't getting
Ball
enough attention.
To the NBA. No, I don't know how we got from LaMelo Ball to where we got.
With Rudy Gobert.
That was weird. No, Rudy Gobert came in later.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah, Rudy Gobert made a very brief appearance. He popped in.
Is his name like Gobert?
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's
Gobert.
No, that's what it's Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
That's-
Gobert. That's
That's
how
how you
it's
spell
spelled.
Gobert.
Gobert.
Rudy
But
Gobert.
it's more
He's
fun
French.
to say Gobert. It's
Rudy
like
Gobert
yogurt.
is French.
It's like yogurt, but Gobert.
Exactly.
Like Gobert.
Really, Rudy Gobert really has to get a Go-Gurt sponsorship.
Yes.
He does. They're long and thin like him. Go-Gurt.
We need to keep moving.
No, okay.
We can't continue with this.
All right, that got. Oh wow, I don't even know how we ended up there. Parker fixed baseball and basketball at the
Well,
same time.
Well,
let's
I
talk
don't think he
football
fixed
now.
baseball. Didn't he just revert back to normal defense
No.
eventually?
He added extra outfielders, and
Oh,
also
yeah.
all of his pitchers are going to be throwing eephus pitches.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I think baseball would love Parker's model because the whole problem right now is pitchers are throwing too fast and with too much movement.
So hitting is not as...
It's impossible for hitters to direct the ball where they want to, so they're just taking huge cuts and trying to hit home runs.
yeah.
With your theory, say pitchers have a speed limit, like on the highway.
Yes.
You can't throw fast. You're on the highway. You can't go faster than
First
70
and
miles an hour.
First
Pitchers
and second
can't
inning,
throw.
your speed limit is 90. Second
It
and third
drops.
inning, your
Yeah.
speed limit's 80. It just drops.
Yeah, by the end of the game, you can't throw faster than 55 miles an hour. And then you would get a bunch of doubles in the gap and
Exactly.
bunts and whatnot. Like, yeah.
See, I just made
the,
baseball more
that's the
interesting.
fun baseball. Doubles in the gap.
Yeah.
Laying down bunts. People taking hacks to hit for home runs. That's not entertaining.
It's so much more boring. You would see way less. Nobody would be striking out. We're trying to get rid of strikeouts.
Yes.
Throw 50 miles an hour. Nobody's gonna strike out then.
That's what they say in Little League. Let the defense do some work.
Yeah,
It's not all about strikeouts.
exactly. Wow, you really did just fix baseball.
Thank you, Parker.
Good job,
You're welcome.
Parker. I never even considered that, but you
You're
did.
welcome. You're welcome.
And I
guys.
helped him. I helped
You
him
did
fix basketball with my
I still
semi
don't-
strategy.
It would work.
We need to get. Could you get Coach Walk on the podcast, and we'll present this idea to him? I want to see what he would.
I think I might get thrown off the team
I would-
if he used my that.
You're like Sam Hinkie, and you'll get fired for being too much of a visionary.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to get some basketball mind on here.
Oh man.
Somebody who like other. You
That
obviously
that
really
I don't
know.
know. I don't have connections to any basketball.
We need to
players,
get a
I'm sorry.
basketball coach of some sort on here.
I'll just
and
go to
present
Duke.
this to them.
I'll just go to Duke and
Yeah,
get
just
the
head
Duke
back
coach.
to Duke real quick, Luke.
Yeah.
Please. Are you wearing your Duke? No, you're not wearing
No.
your Duke.
No, I meant like I'll go to college. at
Luke
Duke.
wore his Duke
Oh, yeah,
hat, and the Sixers lost.
I'm sorry, Seth Curry didn't do terrible.
It was your fault. It
Why
was
was
Luke's
it my
fault.
fault?
We figured it out.
Yeah.
It's a little late.
You had
should-
never worn that Duke hat before,
You're right. I hadn't.
so
Never wear Duke
only thing
hats
that
when
was different.
Sixers play
yeah.
Got it.
Ever
Alright.
again.
ever again,
Got it.
and they'll never lose. We
Well,
figured it out.
Okay. Yep.
Problem solved.
JG Graybill is your family-owned and operated company, and they do all your plumbing needs. They plumb Parker's bathroom. They plumb Owen's
I
bathroom.
don't think that's a verb. They plumb it.
Isn't that like a vegetable?
That should be. A plum is a fruit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? I think
Oh.
a plum's a fruit.
Dang, that's unfortunate.
So close. Well, but I think
They do dirty deeds cheap.
that's an inside joke that I don't think we discussed on the podcast
We
yet.
did,
We've
but
got-
it was
well,
ruined.
We don't talk about that. They don't.
Oh, it was not ruined.
They don't know about that. Yeah.
Let's read
Oh,
about them
they-
a little bit.
Quality workmanship.
So, obviously, you want to
They
see
drive
Larry.
red trucks.
He taught. To,
Okay, so what happened here is Parker is on JG Grable's website, and he's going to read from their page on their website titled About Us.
Okay. For more than 15 years, J.G. Grable valued customers, and they still exist.
He appears to be skipping words.
The unwavering Larry taught to strive. With education, experience in fields, integrity, county,
Okay, for more than 15 years, J.G. Grable Plumbing
You're not
Incorporated
actually
has
going to read all
proven
this, are you?
to
No,
its
this is
loyal
boring.
and valued
No.
customers that
No.
quality workmanship. No, it's not boring, Parker. You can't say that about the sponsor. What do you mean the sponsor is
I
boring?
love our
I was just
sponsor.
going to read the first paragraph,
Okay.
which is like 2 sentences.
Wait.
Luke just slapped the computer.
Wait. If we do this, control.
Please do not shut anything down. Oh, we're doing emojis.
All right. Thanks, J.G. Grable, for being our sponsor.
For more than 15 years, J.G. Grable Plumbing Incorporated has proven to its loyal and valued customers,
and
that's
with
you
that
guys,
$15,
that quality workmanship still exists. They can do installations, or they can fix stuff that's broken. Quality workmanship, J.G. Grable Plumbing. And when you mention All Sports All the Time, you can get $15.
It's $25. I tricked you.
Oh, no.
You said 15.
Wow, that's unfortunate. Hey, what? Luke keeps
With that
touching me with stuff.
$25,
$25.
you can get
Mention All Sports All
yourself
the
a
Time.
ball and a sword.
Apparently, that was the big surprise Luke was
Sword.
waiting for.
Slap.
For the last hour of touching
Ooh,
my
don't bring a
leg.
gun to a sword fight, buddy.
Wait,
I'll block your shots.
I'm pretty sure it's don't bring a sword to a gunfight.
I can't see anything.
So this is more of a visual
No,
bit
I
that
really
Parker and
can't
Luke
see.
seem to be going for here. So you're gonna have to watch on YouTube to find out what just happened there, or else just guess based on sound effects. And now Parker is a mime. Okay, so that's J.G. Grable.
So
That
you're
might have
saying
been the
plum
weirdest
is
ad
not a verb,
read
but
we've ever
miming
done.
is a plum is a verb.
Miming is miming something
Speaking
is
of
a verb.
speaking of mining, the planet that we saw in last Loki episode was a mining colony.
Yep.
Well, let's wrap up this episode as quickly as we can. The Atlantic League update. Our predictions, let's just say our predictions aren't doing too hot.
I'm doing great. Lexington
Luke?
Legends in first.
Luke is doing pretty well. The Lexington Legends have been dominant. They are 17-6. And then the rest of the South Division is meh. The High Point Rockers are 12-13. The Gastonia Honey Hunters are 11-13, and the West Virginia Power are 10-13. And then the North Division is very, very close. The Long Island Ducks are first at 13-12. The Blue Crabs are 13-13. The Barnstormers, unfortunately, are 12-14. We said this last week, but we really got to go to a Barnstormers game this summer. We got to plan that out.
Yeah, I'm going to one on Friday, I think,
Well,
with my youth group.
there's that.
So that's
I'll
You
be on
want to get
vacation.
some? You want to get some shots for
it's Dollar Dog Day.
night?
Oh yeah, that's what I
So I
meant.
can bring my dog for $1. I'll have my dog
No,
by Friday.
you sell your dog.
Oh
for $1.
yeah.
I got my dog
Okay,
on Sunday.
Let me finish this Atlantic League update, and then we'll talk about Luke's dog to wrap up this episode. So yeah, Luke and the Lexington Legends, really just a great pick so far. They are dominating. No one else is even close to how good they are. This does not validate their terrible logo,
Their logo is still terrible.
but
I
their
love
team
their
might be
logo.
good enough to overcome it. The York Revolution, who we thought would be good, are actually last in the North, which is kind of surprising. And we're hoping the Barnstormers will turn it around, you know? So,
Agreed.
doing pretty well
They
there.
will. They
Now,
always
the topic of Luke's dog. You first knew you were getting this dog a couple months ago?
About 8 weeks ago.
Okay, yeah, so basically 2 months ago. The dog's name is...
Dewey.
It is the same breed of dog as Parker's dog.
Correct.
Yes, it is.
And it's going to be interesting because they're the same breed.
And they're going to
And-
eat Charlie together.
What?
I mean,
I
what?
found him. Dewey the dog.
Ew.
Parker searched Dewey the dog and found a creepy looking chihuahua.
Luke, this is your relative.
Okay. So I just have one question. What is
Did
it
you
with...
spell Dewey correctly?
Dewey.
Dewey.
What is it with-
Oh, so it's not your relative.
What is it with dog names ending in IE? Parker's dog is named Dougie, my dog is named Charlie, and your dog is named Dewey.
The DEWIE, they all wanted the EY. I came up with IE, and that won the vote because it's so much better than EY. EY is too classic.
Yeah.
EY is how every Dewey is spelled. You gotta spell it differently.
True,
DEWIE.
and these dogs look way cuter. Look at all these dogs.
Dewey, Dougie, and Charlie.
Look at all these dogs that are spelled with Dewey. Like
Yeah.
the IE.
You're just looking through pictures of. Okay.
Look
this
at
is
that fur ball.
Strange.
Dewey the dog.
Okay. Well, Parker took what was going to be an interesting segment and then
What?
scrolled through Google Images instead. That was the best course of action.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Why are dog names that end in IE so popular?
This is my pet Dewey. Let's watch this.
I was
video.
asking you, but I'm also looking it up. When you search in Google, why do so many? The first one is, why do so many people have anxiety? Why do so many countries end in stan? Why do so many countries end in stan?
Yeah, like Never mind.
United Stan.
United Stand.
Okay. Why do so many dog
United
names
we stand
end in
and
IE?
Stanley.
207 actually good dog names ending in Y.
Look at
or
it. Look at the
IE.
list.
What?
Yeah.
Actually, best dog names.
Yes, honestly,
What's
it's gonna
the
be like.
best one? Most popular dog names of 2020: Bella, Luna,
Oh, whoa,
Charlie,
stop. The
Lucy,
breeder,
Cooper, Max, Bailey, Daisy.
the breeder that we got our dog from, his name was Luna.
Oh, that I know
But
a
it
dog.
says-
I
it
know
says
a dog
name
named
is Luna.
Luna.
It
I
says
know a
dog
dog named
names.
Luna.
Charlie
the dog
made
name.
it.
The dog's name was Luna.
I'm just
the
happy-
breeder's name was not Luna.
Ah,
the
okay.
dog that they bred was named Luna.
What was the dog breeder's name?
I don't know, Stacy, I think.
Was it
Okay.
interbred?
Good callback. Nice. That was good. I'm proud that Charlie is number 3 on popular dog names. But
But that just means that it's not unique.
just based
Yeah.
on the names, I feel
Stupid.
like our 3 dogs could have some type of like Disney show.
Yes.
Dewey, Dougie, and Charlie.
Instead of the
And it'd
three-
be like the
it's
cheesiest
it's
thing you've ever
Nicky,
seen.
Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn.
Yeah,
Have you
Charlie.
seen that?
Yeah, Charlie is like.
I've heard
Charlie
that.
is definitely like the leader of the group. He's the leader.
He's the
Dougie.
And it would be ironic because Charlie is the smallest.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
Dougie is
yeah.
kind of like the brute of the group.
Dougie's the
And-
dumb comedic relief, kind of.
No, I thought that would be
He's
Dewey.
like-
Dewey's like the. I feel like Dewey's kind of like the
Oh,
derpy.
I thought like...
Where Dougie's like the brute force kind of guy. Like,
Oh no, I feel like no. Dougie's too nice. I thought Dougie would be Dougie would kind of be similar to Parker, where it's like he's smart sometimes, but he's like just kind of there to have fun and like a little
Dougie,
very
Dougie
carefree.
just likes sleeping. Dougie-
Yeah, that would be most of the show. Charlie also likes sleeping. This turned into dog talk.
I don't know. I
We don't know much
yet.
about the personality of Dewey, so we'll just feel him out as he goes.
Why are
But
you feeling my dog? That's kind of weird.
we'll learn about his personality.
Episode 106. Thank you for joining us today. Adios, senoras.